Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm going to be doing a what's in my bag. This is one of my favorite kinds of videos. First started watching YouTube. I think I was in 5th grade. What's in my bag videos, I would watch every single one that I would come across. There is something about learning what's inside someone else's bag that I have loved for over a decade at this point, and I've never made a video like this on my channel. I thought Vlogmas would be the perfect time to indulge in a non-bookish video. This is a vintage Coach bag, my platonic ideal for a handbag. It does fit a lot, but it's not ludicrously capacious, acceptably capacious bag. It has one of my favorite features, this open front flap, which is just so convenient for slipping your phone into while you're walking around. I did get pickpocketed with this bag, but I don't blame her because it was mostly my fault, and I put my wallet like on the very top of here and it was sort of like sticking out, and I think someone just grabbed it out from this top part, but it does have a zipper, so I could have closed the zipper. That's on me. It's not the bag's fault. But this front flap is very nice for when you're in non-pickpockety areas. I also keep my Kindle in here, which is really nice. The Kindle just slots right in here and it's just very roomy and still is like flat from the side mostly. So I have my Kindle in there. I have this flyer. The Emily Dickinson tour guides have formed a union, and yesterday when I went to the Emily Dickinson Museum, they were handing these out and they had an open house as well. So that's cool. I have this, which is a post-it note. Like, I don't know what you would call this, post-it note organizer. I got this from work. A bunch of people went to a conference and they brought these back, and I grabbed one because this is just perfect for annotating books. I've started using it on my copy of 2666. I only have annotated part of the book because I'm also reading this as an ebook, so I have another notebook where I actually take notes that I usually keep in this flap, but I actually don't know where it is right now. It might be inside the bag. We'll see. I also have some perfume tester paper strips. These are really nice to keep in your purse. If you've ever gone shopping at a department store and you've just like tested out some perfumes, I love keeping these in my bag because they make my bag smell really nice. I have a key in here. I actually have no idea what this key is. Maybe it's... okay. Another Emily Dickinson Museum souvenir. They give you these little metal tags that you're supposed to put on your clothing while you're on the tour. I guess just as like a sort of like their version of a wristband. And then lastly, in that front flap, I have this brooch. I'm trying to be a brooch girly on my winter coat, because I have this brown winter coat that I like to wear that I also thrifted, and it's just brown, and I thought maybe if I added some brooches it would be like a fun little quirky little detail, but this brooch fell off, so I need to figure out a way to wear the brooches more securely. But isn't that so cute? I just love it. It's so architectural. I'm very into this. I got this at a secondhand store. And then I also have this is actually an earring, and I had a bunch of them and I put them on this little buckle here as just a little detail. Most of them have fallen off except for this one. This one has survived, and I don't know what happened to the other ones, but I just kept this one in the front flap. I might do something with that at some point. We'll see. And then entering into the mall, one of my favorite things about this bag is that it has this flap inside the bag that comes out like this, and it has the Coach, what do you call this? Their creed on here, and this is how you can tell whether or not it's a real Coach bag, and it tells you like the manufacturing information. So for example, this one is J9N996. So the J refers to the month that it was manufactured in. J is not January, but September, I believe. And then 9 refers to the year. So this was N, I think, is the factory designation of where it was made. And then 996 is the style number. So this is the 996 bag. And they have these really nifty little pen holders. I do keep my little bomb.com, and right now I have this gingerbread one. I got this at the Glossier store in Boston, and they were doing a thing where you can get a little charm added. Of course, had to add a little gingerbread man. It's so cute, and I love how convenient it is to just put this in here because I always know where it is in my bag. One of my pet peeves is when my purse is like super disorganized and I'm like fishing around in there trying to find a specific thing that I know is in there, but I just can't find it because everything is all a mishmash. So I really like to keep the lip balm in its place so I can just by muscle memory find it in my bag without looking. There's also this little zipper, but right now I just have a little lip gloss. This is the Fenty lip gloss, and every time I smell it, I'm yeeted back to 2018, which was my freshman year of college, and that's when Fenty like started really getting popular. I mean, it was popular from the beginning, but Fenty really popped off, I feel like, in 2018, and they released this lip gloss, and I would wear this lip gloss and go to class, go to like calculus, I don't know, be the baddest bitch in calculus, I guess, and this smell is so nostalgic for me. So I have the notebook I was talking about earlier. I tend to read a lot of books on my phone or on my Kindle or as audiobook, and I started keeping this little notebook in my bag as a way to jot down any thoughts I have very quickly as I read books that I can't necessarily annotate. I think I have this page where I'm talking about The Magus by John Fowles. I wrote, postmodern book, 1950s, disillusionment, narrative is aware of this. Oh, disillusioned main character, narrative is aware of this. Comparisons, Murakami, The Secret History, Twin Peaks, lacks the ensemble cast of Twin Peaks. Would have been better if it was half the page count. My friend got me this notebook from Turkey. I don't know if you can tell, but it's like a woven material. I love it. And it's got a little ribbon. Next up, I have this hand cream from Glossier. This smells amazing. It is in their orange neroli blossom scent, and I love this. This was a free gift with purchase. Really like this design for the lotion because one of my pet peeves with hand lotion is when you have to unscrew the top, because especially if you're out and about, like you unscrew the top and now you have this tiny little cap that you have to be responsible for. After you moisturize your hands, you have to screw it back on and now your hands are all slippery. So having this little hinge top is actually quite nice. Very much appreciate the design of this hand lotion. I know it's not serious, but to me, it is serious. All right, here is my first pouch. The secret to having a organized handbag is to use lots and lots of pouches to hold all of your various items. This pouch, I keep earplugs. If you ever go to a concert and you don't have earplugs, you know what I'm talking about when it's just very painful. I don't go to concerts that often, but I just like to have these just in case. I have another hand lotion. This one smells terrible. Ostensibly supposed to smell like a caramel cookie. It smells sour. I have this empty South Pacific Sandalwood Nest perfume oil. I love this scent. It reminds me of working in Irvine, completely out at this point. I have this Glossier You Solid perfume. This was another gift with purchase. It smells good, but I don't know if it actually like has any staying power, and I like how it swipes open like that. When I was a little girl, I imagined that adult women had stuff like this in their purse, like a little magical, whimsical little item. Look, another hand cream. This one actually does smell really good. This is from The Body Shop. I bought it in India. This is what I'm talking about. Look at how tiny this cap is. I'm in the comfort of my own home, and I'm worried that I'm going to lose it right in this moment. If I set it down, it's going to disappear into the ether, let alone being in public. And then finally, I have a little toothpaste thing. I don't have a toothbrush in here, so I don't know why I have toothpaste, but hey, you never know when you're gonna need a tube of toothpaste. Next, I have my wallet. This is also Coach. This is a little bit younger vintage. I think this is from the 2000s, maybe even the 2010s. My favorite thing about this wallet is the amount of pockets it has. So it has this pocket in the back. I try not to put anything here because I feel like it's really easy for stuff to fall out. But if you have like a parking ticket, for example, that you need to keep, it's a great spot to put that. Inside the wallet, obviously like a bunch of spots for your credit cards. Here, a flap in the front, and then it has a flap in the back where I keep all of my punch cards. I'm very serious about punch cards. I will be getting my free coffee, froyo, burrito, etc. Also has a little coin purse here where I keep the Apple tag, where I keep my Apple tag. When I got pickpocketed, I did have an Apple tag in there and it didn't do shit. This is my favorite wallet of all time, and I got it secondhand as well. Pouch number 2. This is my quote-unquote first aid pouch. I just keep like band-aids in here, as well as some Midol. You will never catch me without Midol. Some ibuprofen, and then in here I have like cough drops. I have some Claritin in here, and that's all I keep in this purse. I love this bag. It is glove-tanned leather. Vintage Coach is just so buttery, so soft, and the bag is 26 years old and it still looks fantastic. I do need to condition the bag at some point and do some like leather CPR and also maybe some saddle soap just to clean it a little bit, but it's really durable and beautiful leather that patinas over time, and I can't wait to have this bag for another 30 years. So gorgeous. I love her forever. That's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow.